Okay, as promised, coming back to you guys, looking at Exoplanets Online again, of course. And what we're going to be looking at this time is we're looking at fleets and ships, how to build a fleet, how to farm pirates, how to do things like that. So what I've done is went ahead and built a small fleet. When you're first starting out, don't try to go too big too fast, and I purposely have done this. I built too many ships too quickly before my population and everything else could support it. And if you look down here at the bottom, you'll see that I am actually running a negative right now. Okay, -4. Actually, my total is -49 per minute that I'm running right now. Okay, the reason being is because I have 6 ships, and my upkeep shows right here at 276 a minute. Okay, plus modules. So if we go to our corp stats, top left, we'll see that our total ship upkeep in the bottom right hand corner over here is 288 per minute. Well, we don't make 288 per minute yet, so we're actually running at a negative. That's because I built too many ships too quickly, and obviously I did this on purpose, but so we're going to be running at a negative. So we're going to try to get rid of these ships after this so that we don't run at a negative. But for the purpose of this tutorial, I just wanted to show you guys what would happen if you built too many ships too quickly. That's what's going to happen. So what we're going to do now is we've built a small fleet, and this is kind of what you want to have when you're first starting out, okay? Don't try to go crazy. I know that you could go over to ships and fleets here, and if you go to ship inventory, and then you go to production, and they have all these ships, and you can, I'd love to have, that Raptor or Titan, or I'd love to have the different ships as you go up the line here or whatever. That's great, but the truth is that in order to succeed at this, you have to be able to support the ships that you have. So a big issue and a big thing that people don't realize is when you look at right here, let's look at the T1. If you see right here, it says upkeep, okay? Upkeep for this one is 36 CR. That's 36 CR per minute, okay? So for a Falcon and a Turtle, it's 36. So if we scroll up to the tier 2s, that doubles for the tier 2s to 72 each per minute, okay? And so on. You won't see doubling or anything like that, when you go up to a Cerberus or something like that, which I don't recommend going to a Cerberus anyway, but you won't see doubling or anything like that as you're going up from there. When you get into some of the alien ones here, they're 120, 144. But that's what you need to keep in mind is, can I actually support the fleet that I'm trying to build, that I'm trying to have? Yeah, you can build it. You might have all the resources here that you need, but can you actually support this fleet that you're trying to build? And for the purpose of just mining pirates and things like that in the beginning, and maybe even protecting a planet or something like that, you want to start out with either a Falcon fleet with a few turtles in there, and then slowly upgrade your Falcons to Raptors and upgrade your Turtles to Titans. But this is where you want to start right here with your T1s, because they have low upkeep, and that's what you need when you're first starting out. If we go back to my ships, the current fleet that I have right now, you can see I only have 6 ships, and they're all tier 1. Even that is more expensive than what I can afford right now, just starting out in the game with this account. So now that I've got a fleet, I've went ahead, and if you actually go to the fleet and and then click on a ship, I've equipped some of my ships here with a weapon. You can see they're not fully equipped or anything. This one has a Gatling turret and a shield down here in a support module. So it's got a weapon and a shield. This Titan has a beam cannon right here, and it also has repair drones, which actually add to the hull too. You can see its HP is 810. If we go to the other one that doesn't have one, he's a different level, so that's not going to be a good example of that, because that's the other thing we'll talk about. But anyway, you can see that I've added a couple weapons, couple support modules, and things like that to them. So this is a fleet that's pretty much ready to go. Now, since we saw the different levels that are on them, we're going to look at this one. Level 7, let's see, where's the level 7? Level 7, level 7. Well, they're all level 7. There we go, there's a level 2. Okay, that's the other thing I wanted to tell you guys is if you look right here, top left, it says level 2. Okay, experience 1 of 12. Okay, your ships will level up as you go, and as they level up, their HP and shield will increase if they have shield or if they have, depending on what they have. It will increase based on the level of the ship. In other words, a level 50 ship has significantly more HP and shield than a level 1 ship of that same kind. So that's another thing that you need to keep in mind. The other thing that I think people don't look at enough is the ship modifier and defense specialization. So right here, you see that this ship, the Turtle, has incoming ballistic weapon damage decreased by 20%. So that's a pretty good thing to have. And hull gain from modules plus 30%. Okay, so this is not really one that you're going to want to throw shields on. It's not going to gain a lot if you throw a remote shield or something like that on it. So if we back out and go to a Falcon, it has equipped ballistic weapon damage plus 20%. So this is one that you would want to put a ballistic weapon on, versus a thermal weapon or something like that. And it has armor gain from modules plus 30%. So another one that you would probably want to stick to more of armor and not as much shields, because that's where it's going to be, that's where its specialization is. So if we go to, we've looked at the ships, we've looked at the different things. So now if we go back, we're going to go back to list and we're going to look at our module inventory. We don't have any modules, so let's go to production screen. And on the top you have tabs. Left tab is ships. This middle tab right here is weapons. And then this tab over here is your support. So if we go to weapons, each weapon specifies what it is, and each different ship will have a different specialty weapon that it likes to use. So like we said, those Falcons like ballistic, well, there it is. The Gatling turret is ballistic, so we can use that one. The railgun is also ballistic, so that would work good with a Falcon. That's one that you'll get, maybe a little bit later on. And then as you get into different ships that say, extra thermal damage, extra explosive damage, you can see that the different types of weapons show right here. Beam cannon is thermal, seeker missiles are explosive, disruption cannon is electrical, but that's not one that really is a specialty. Disruption cannon, you can only have one per ship, and I recommend that you have one on every ship in your fleet. Doesn't matter what else you have on that ship, have a disruption cannon on it because it prevents the target from firing for 1 second per hit. So regardless of the strength of that fleet, if they're prevented from firing, they can't do anything. So that's a fantastic weapon. I would put one on every ship as soon as you can, and always have one on every ship. So that's kind of the overview of the different modules and how they work with the ships. So if we go to the ships, you can see that we talked about the Falcon and the Turtle, but even if you go up to the Raptor and look at the ship info, Raptor has explosive weapon damage plus 20%. So that's one that you would want to put missiles on, okay? Because that one, it has the additional explosive damage. And if we go to the Titan and look at the ship info, incoming explosive weapon damage is reduced. So that's a great defensive ship. That'd be great to have in a with some support modules or things on it like that. So that kind of just gives you an overview of the different ships and things like that. But enough about that. Let's go back to our fleet, which we have. Let's select that fleet. Okay, let's close that out. Let's see if we can find some pirates to attack that are going to be defeatable by our fleet. Okay, so this one looks like 555 to 360. We could probably take these guys out. So let's fight them and see what we can do here. Now, on the right hand of the screen, you'll see two things right here. Okay, one of them is to repair, and I'm going to go ahead and click it and then click my ship, and I've just almost completely and fully repaired that one Falcon over there. This other one is an EMP module, and we're going to click it and then click an enemy ship. And you can see that it destroyed that enemy ship right off the bat. So what those are is those are on-demand modules. You're able to use them in a battle whenever you want. There's several on-demand modules that you can use. We're going to go back to module inventory and I'll show you in the production screen. Okay. Weapons, there's only two on-demand weapons, and that's an EMP and a tactical nuke. So you see the EMP does shield damage and stops the target ship from shooting. Okay. Tactical nuke is straight damage. It just does a bunch of damage. If we go here to the support one right here, we see repair drones. They have, where it says right here, on demand, repair any ship's hull, and it does a certain amount of repair. Okay. Prism gel, it's another on demand, it says on demand. Lowers all damage dealt for 10 seconds. T1 does 20% damage reduction. And then the last one is remote shield on demand. You can throw a shield onto a friendly ship. So if you have this remote shield on, say, one of your support ships, you can actually hit it, touch it in the battle, touch the ship you want it on, and it throws an extra shield on that ship. Okay, so those are some of the ones that are on-demand modules. So we've attacked them, and we got some loot from it. So let's go to see if we can find... Now this is just your starting system still. We haven't tried to venture out at all. But let's see if we can find another one. Okay, here's another one. So 290, that's a good one. So we're going to fight them. And we're going to go ahead and heal him right off the bat. And we're going to hit that shield right there with our EMP. Took his shield out and prevented him from firing. Okay, successfully cleared of pirates. You see we got credits. We've got all these different materials right here. Okay, so you can see how this is very lucrative and how people make money doing this. It's farming, basically. You're farming pirates. It's all PV. I mean, they're just NPCs, so it's not that, no big deal. You're farming them for their resources and for their credits that you can get from them. This is how a lot of people have made their money, and this is how a lot of people make income in this game, is by doing this. So, again, that's an overview of fleets and ships and things like that. How do I use them? What do I do? That kind of stuff. If you guys have any comments or questions that you want answered on this, I know there's a lot, and as you progress through the different tiers, it gets to be more and more, and it seems more and more complex. I will tell you this, regardless of the complexity, if you look at this screen, these four are the front row, okay? These four are the middle row, and these four are the back row, okay? So when it says fleet formation, and it tells you how the ships are arranged, 30% less damage in the back row, they take 30% less and deal 30% less. And then the front takes more, but also deals more, okay? My recommendation is to put heavy weapon type ships, like as you progress, this would go from Falcons to Raptors. Raptors, support in the back, okay? And support being turtles, titans, mammoths, whatever you want to put back here in the back, Cerberus. And then also, as you progress, try to get 2 shield gens right here and put a pair of shield gens in the back with one support, one support, shield gen, and then the rest of these being attack type crafts with more weapons, like raptors, dragons, things like that. That's just my recommendation. You can do whatever you want, but as you progress, that's going to help you a lot. So hope this helped you. Like I said, if you have any questions or comments or anything that you want to know, anything that you would like explained, put it in the comments below, and I will put it in the next video for you. As always, like and subscribe so I can continue making more videos for you, and I look forward to doing another one for you real soon.